Hello, everyone, and welcome to the start of the Earnhardt round of the 2025 CFRL Cup Series playoffs. I'm Ryan Harp, or Garth Kylo, and with me is Mr. Sal Zavala. And Sal, what a way to start the Earnhardt round at Bristol, the last great Coliseum. Very competitive, a very fast short track. It's gonna be a wild night for sure.
Yeah, definitely. You're gonna have people's patience really be tested here tonight, especially if you're one of those playoff drivers trying to steal a spot there in that Final Four.
Yeah, and speaking of that Final Four, if I may bring up the season points. Currently, the Final Four is one Stuart Haas guy versus three Hendrick guys of Tegan Jones, Michael Whitman, Bradley Domer Jr., and Jared Haw. If that stands, that's gonna be a very interesting Final Four.
Oh, for sure, but I mean, you touched on it here at the start of the broadcast, race one of the Earnhardt round, and that cutoff between Jarrett Hall and Michael Fox, very, very close right now.
Yeah, and down in last place of the final six is Kamal Wright, who is 13 points below the cut line, and he is not in a must-win situation yet, but he's very close to it.
Yeah, especially with now heading into towards the end of the season, not many guys are showing up, and those points become so much more crucial and a lot harder to come through with a deficit that big.
And it looks like we're only having 10 drivers tonight, which is about half of what the max that we're allowed to run, which is, I believe, 20. Oh, and so they have entered the race, so we'll go ahead and join them. And on that note, let's take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's race. And it is very tight between all 10 drivers in terms of qualifying. Like, all 10 of them are only separated by less than 2/100ths of a second, which is a very competitive qualifying session. But, of course, it is Bradley Domer Jr. on the pole with a 15.535, and that is a new track record. So we've been setting a lot of track records so far this season, and Bradley is responsible for a lot of them. And right alongside him is his teammate and another Final Four competitor as of now, Michael Whitman in the number 9, who is only 1/100th off of Bradley's time. Row 2, we have another Hendrick car in Kevin Hall in the 48, and then Michael Fox, who is 4 points below the cut line. Row 3, we have Kamal Wright and Tegan Jones, a couple Stuart Haas guys. Row 4, Matt Connors and Jared Haw, the last of the Hendrick guys. And then rounding out the field is Spencer Boyce, fresh off his recent suspension, and Joshua Harris in the 12. And as they come off of turn 4, we're getting ready to get this thing started. Green flag is out. Let's get this Earnhardt round started. Go get 'em, boys.
Oh my God! I'm sorry.
The gears in the.
I'm sorry. I fucking got loose.
Did anybody invite Harp?
Yeah, I did.
I did.
Okay.
I normally do, and I forgot.
Oh shit. I'm taking you look loose as fuck down there.
Trying to take it easy.
You gotta take it. You got JB Cook. I think the top 6 are actual playoff drivers. Unfortunately, I'm last of them.
I need to go repent. Oh, sorry, Brett. All right. Yeah.
Oh,
You're good.
I know what that means.
Oh, God. I just went way too hard and slid up onto his front bumper.
I actually think running behind y'all might actually murder my right rear for once.
But that didn't work.
Oh,
Yeah, remember he's on the wheel.
oh no. Save myself from damage.
More so like, good luck at Bristol, everyone.
It's a shit show for me.
So 10 laps into the race, and Bradley Domer Jr. is still hanging tough out front.
Yeah, not just hanging tough, but he's pulling away and creating some distance between him and that teammate in the 9 and Michael Whitman.
Speaking of which, the other Michael in this field, Michael Fox, is trying to wear him down, get around him for second place. And of course, Michael Fox, 4 points below the cut line. He needs a good point stay here.
And you gotta just kind of run it all by stage. Priority number 1 here should just be hit the stage points, which right now he's in a good position to do.
He's in a very good position so far. He's still right on that back bumper, almost gets into him there. But with those two battling, that's going to allow the other guy below the cutoff line, Kamal Wright, to get involved in this.
And right now everyone from second on back seems to be kind of riding that middle groove. It's going to be interesting to see who is the first one to try the bottom. I don't think it'd be very effective with the run that you get on the exit of the corner on the top, but see if anyone feels bold enough. And Kamal looked like he thought about it there.
Yeah, they're basically entering turn 1 in the middle groove, but then coming out of it, they're trying to get the run up top. Well, we saw Kamal Wright think about trying the low line there as he almost got to Fox's quarter panel.
And it looks like Michael Fox is kind of holding them up there behind them. They're able to get these runs, but obviously catching and then passing are two different things, especially at a track like this.
Of course, everyone 2nd through 6th running in one single file pack behind race leader Bradley Domer Jr. But then we have this second group led by the 12 of Joshua Harris. And of course, they're just hanging back, and it looked like Harris got loose off of 2. And yeah, that's another big thing that these drivers are going to have to look out for is getting loose off the exit of the corners. It's kind of sort of like Homestead in that regard, where you just get sideways off of turns 2 and 4. It's the same thing here, but it's on a smaller scale. And Harris goes way up high there. And the 18 of Spencer Boyce right on his tail. And while we are looking at Spencer Boyce's view, Sal, you and I were there for this. But of course, last Wednesday, or the Wednesday before last Wednesday, for round 1 of the playoffs for the midweek series at Mid-Ohio and Bristol, Spencer oversleeps and he misses Mid-Ohio, effectively eliminating him from playoff contention. He races at Bristol, and then out of nowhere, going into 3, he just hooked the truck sideways into David Wessel and getting like 3 or 4 cars involved. And he obviously did that with malicious intent.
Not his brightest moment. But what a way to redeem yourself after something like that. Imagine what it would mean for him to come out here and steal a win from one of these playoff guys, steal a championship for berth for one of these guys. If he can keep his head on straight, I think wouldn't be surprised if you see him up there later in this race.
And he was able to get around Joshua Harris, and now he's pulling away from him. And now Hall's attacking him from behind. So something is up with the 12. He's falling back. But now going back to Boyce and what happened at the midweek race here last Wednesday. What was your take on that? Because obviously, he was already eliminated. His emotions got to him, which is not unusual for the driver of the 18. So, yeah, I know that's the. What's your take on that? Because I know you have something to say.
I mean, I didn't agree with it. I think, like I said, it wasn't his best moment. I mean, you messed with a ton of other people in that process. I will be the first to admit I would not have made the next round if it wasn't for that caution, and even then still, I think that was an ill move. As Tegan got up into the wall there on that exit, almost in contact with the 88. But, hey, we'll move past it and I'll let others take care of him.
Yeah, and what a track to come back to after your suspension, your 1 week suspension in both series. And that is Bristol, where basically all the trouble began. But now it looks like we got a battle for the lead between the two Hendrick teammates of Michael Whitman and Bradley Domer Jr.
Yeah, now the field's kind of all stacked. You got the top 6 up here, and Spencer closing in.
So now the front 6 is going to become the front 7. So now Fox is trying to make that high lane work, and we have seen him do that earlier. Again, Whitman trying to take that middle lane around, and it looks like Fox might clear him here. And he will. So Michael Fox up to second, and now he's challenging Bradley for the race lead. Oh, Bradley might have kissed the wall trying to go run that high line. And now basically everyone migrating to that middle groove once again. And now Fox going low. Oh, but he gets sideways off a 2. And he gets a shot from the 9. Oh, but now here comes Whitman again. Oh, Fox in the wall.
And Kamal's going to try to take advantage of that as he's now looking on the inside for the 3rd position.
He's going to try to dive it into 1, but it looks like Fox will get the better run off. And now with all that battling, it's allowing Bradley to pull away again. Right now the 22 and the 10 are going at it once more. So the 22 will, looks like he will get the better of Kamal Wright for now. But now look who else is joining that battle for the lead, and that is the 88 of Jarrett Haw. He's starting to catch up. And still, it is Bradley Domer Jr. out in front. And it looks like the gap is stabilizing between himself and the 9 of Michael Whitman. And now yeah, it is still, I believe, a 7-car field at the moment now. Oh, Tegan Jones got a little sideways. Got way sideways off of 2 there.
Yeah, it's probably getting to that point in that run where these tires are really worn out and you're just trying to basically survive.
And Bristol is one of those tracks where you have to worry more about your tires than your fuel, because you'll definitely have enough fuel to make it, but how will your tires fare? But now here comes Whitman. He's making the move on Bradley for the lead. Forces him up.
Come all into the wall. Everyone.
Whitman clears it. Spencer up on the wall. Everybody scrambles. And now Whitman's starting to pull away. He wants to get himself into the championship for the easy way. So yeah, Whitman's car definitely coming to life at this point in the run. Yeah, he's really pulling away. So now Bradley's under attack from the 22 of Michael Fox. And the 2 are just beating and banging. But now look at Jared Haw. The 22 clears Bradley, and now the 88's going to clear him, it looks like. And he will.
Bradley's car clearly not liking the change of the clean air to the dirty air.
Yeah, it certainly is. Now he's dropping back to 4th. So Michael Whitman really pulling away. Of course, he finished 3rd in the spring race here. He's looking to do 2 better than that tonight. Oh, and the stage is over. So yeah, that is stage, and since there are only 10 cars in the race, everybody's going to get stage points. And now it looks like everybody has caught up. So Michael Whitman with the stage win, Michael Fox second, Jared Haw third, Bradley Domer Jr. fourth, Kamal Wright fifth, Tegan Jones sixth, Spencer Boyce seventh, Kevin Hall eighth, Matt Connors ninth, and Joshua Harrison 10th. And the first stall will be held by the 10 of Kamal Wright. Oh, it's going to be close between the two Michaels, and it is Fox that wins the race off. And he has elected to take the outside for the restart. And as they come to that restart, it is time to crank it up.
The inside.
Jeez.
Holy.
Nice. Oh, shit.
Oh, Lord.
I barely touched the wall right there.
Thank you, Kevin.
God damn.
Oh, you guys are 3 wide.
Oh,
He
God.
kind of did get rubbed up. Yeah, he got rubbed up wrong right there.
I got rubbed up wrong at the end of the stage, so.
By the 22?
Yeah.
They won't like that.
Jordan. Yeah, not like that. You also did run into the back of me. I flied a few
I
times,
was
but I was
trying to
let
let
you
you back
go.
in there on the front stretch. Oh,
Oh, no.
Got it, You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Thank you. Oh, that car just split up. I'm sorry, Kev.
Sorry, man.
All right, let's get back into this.
If I run down here long enough, it won't get me losing a long run.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I know, right? Might make it worse.
Ooh, jam up.
Yep. I think the setups everybody's put in has gotten everybody closer now.
Oh, yeah. I made a slight adjustment. I don't know if I ran the back. Did I run the back of you?
No.
Okay.
Man, that dog's
Did I hit you, Brad?
No, you're good. No, I knew that was Bubba.
That
You're
was
good.
close.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
you're good.
I'm going down to the bottom.
Oh, sorry. I was kind of in a tough spot.
Oh.
This adjustment actually will help the bottom.
That makes me tight as fuck behind Tegan.
Oh, I was all over your rear bumper going into the corner.
So we've already seen some pretty big battles for the lead, as Fox had the lead, then Bradley took it back, and now it became a battle between those two, and now Michael Whitman has retaken the top spot.
Some great racing, and now these top three have kind of separated themselves from the rest of the field as they all kind of fight for positions from fourth on back. They seem to have gotten that. Now it's a question of if they can close up, but these three cars right now are looking very, very well after those pit stops.
But of course, as we've seen before the stage break, as the run goes on, the guys in the back will tend to catch up to the top three. And it just becomes like an absolute gaggle of cars for that top spot. But of course, if you want to do that, you got to stay in line. And they're certainly not willing to do that, and they're just fighting for every position they can get. And especially if your name is Jared Haw, because not only do you want to win your way into the Final Four, but you also want to get the season sweep here. And of course, he won the spring race here. And at least for now, Haw was able to break away from that group. And now he has his eyes set on the three cars out front. Oh, both Fox and Bradley hit the wall there coming off of 4. But Bradley got the worst of it. As here comes Haw. Yeah, Haw trying to get the run up high. And he clears Domer Jr. going into 3. So now put Bradley Domer Jr. back to 4th. And put Jared Haw up to 3rd. Now, meanwhile, out in front, it is the Michael and Michael show with Whitman in 1st and Fox in 2nd. And now basically everybody from 4th on back is all spread out. Oh, Spencer got sideways off of 4 there. And he was able to keep it going. Oh, now he gets a little sideways off of 2. And Harrison the wall.
Maybe that slider not liking the adjustments that we need here.
Now, of course, it is Spencer Boyce, and he is known to run a 9 slider basically every race that we go to. Of course, everybody calls him out on that. And of course, Spencer denies those claims. And he also gets called out for wall popping, which is something that can happen here, but it's not as easy to do as it is at New Hampshire. And again, it is Michael Whitman out in front with Michael Fox in 2nd. Now it does look like Jared Haw is starting to close in on the 2 leaders. Just a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, pretty impressive. I mean, he's been able, yes, he lost touch, but he's been able to kind of hold his ground there. It doesn't look like he's losing too much, and he is slowly but surely coming back. Fox into the wall there.
Yeah, Fox got into the wall, and that's definitely going to help Hawk catch up to him. Yeah, Fox may have gotten to the wall, but he hasn't really lost a lot of momentum as he's still right on that back bumper of the 9 of Michael Whitman. And he hasn't allowed Haw to get any closer. But yeah, Bradley has really started to fall off as here comes Spencer Boyce around him. So now Spencer Boyce is up to 5th. And now it's starting to look like both Whitman and Fox are pulling away. And both of them really got their cars dialed in. Yeah, and everybody pretty much all spread out, but look at this. We got a battle for 4th brewing between the 10 and the 18. And Spencer's really on a charge right now.
Yeah, he's really finding a way to make that 3rd lane work up there.
Of course, he's trying not to hit the wall there. Now he's just going to duck behind the 10 of Wright. And now Spencer trying to take a low line around. Oh, and he just easily gets by Kamal Wright there. Oh, he might have gotten a little sideways there down the backstretch. But he's still able to keep going and not lose a ton of momentum. Oh, but he really smacked the wall off of 4 there. Now the boy still has a little bit of a ways to go before he can catch the 88. So Whitman still hanging on to the lead. over the 22 of Michael Fox. But Fox has pretty much not left Whitman's bumper basically this entire run.
Two very evenly matched cars, and this could get interesting if this is just a little look into what the rest of this race holds for us.
We are almost to the halfway mark. So there's still plenty of race left. So now we have 132 laps to go. Now, of course, that number does sound like a lot. But with a track like Bristol, which is, very short and very fast, 132, now 131 laps are basically going to go by just like that. But here comes Spencer Boyce. He's got Jared Haw in his sights. Oh, Haw got loose off of 4, and that's really going to allow Spencer Boyce to catch up. And now he's going to try that high line, and Spencer Boyce, he's been one of the only guys that's been able to make that high lane work. And now he clears Haw for third. So Spencer Boyce, he definitely might have something for the two leaders. Of course, he's got to get there first. Oh, now Haw gets loose off of 2. And here comes Wright. And so Wright takes 4th away from him. And it looks like in a little bit the leaders are going to come up on some lap traffic. As the car right in front of race leader Michael Whitman is one of his Hendrick teammates, and that is the 48 of Kevin Hall. So Hall has really fallen off this race. Or at least this run.
Yeah, whatever adjustments he made in that first pit stop clearly not working. He's hoping he gets a caution here before the leader catches him.
And we are definitely past the halfway mark, and I think we passed that, I would say 3 or 4 laps ago. So now, we've definitely run more of this race than we have. If I know what in the world I'm saying. So yeah, and we now have 120 laps to go. Now 119. Now I saw Whitman's status screen flash. They can run about 21 or 20 more laps on fuel. But those right sides, yeah, they're definitely screaming in pain. And now Jared Haw, he's started to really fall off. As the 18 and the 10 have really pulled away from him. Yeah, and everyone basically all spread out except for the 2 leaders.
I mean, you could throw a blanket on these two. The fact that we've gone this long on this run and you still can't separate them is quite impressive.
Well, something happened to the 12 of Joshua Harris. Oh, I think I see what happened there. He just got loose off of 4. And he lost all of his momentum. But yeah, these two have basically not left each other's sights since the start of this run here. So as we come to 112 laps to go, Whitman's right front currently is at 34%, and his right rear is 42%. So obviously, they're starting to think about pit stops as Whitman gets into the wall off of 4. So yeah, if your right front wears out faster than your right rear, your car is definitely on the tighter side. And it looks like Whitman is starting to migrate to the bottom a little bit, even if it is just on corner exit. And of course, hitting that wall could also be a lapse in judgment, like a brief lapse in judgment for race leader Whitman. So we now have 104 laps to go. And yeah, that is right. 104 to go. And these guys are starting to think about pit stops pretty soon. And now they're really starting to come up on lap traffic with the 12 and the 10. He's on pit road. Oh yeah, it is a scheduled pit stop. I thought he lagged out for a second there. And now race leader Michael Whitman's in. The 18 of Spencer Boyce is in. So green flag pit stops have started. And now Michael Fox is in. And now Whitman's out. Of course, Michael Whitman will have the fresher tires, so we'll see where he cycles out. Here comes Fox. Oh, they were briefly 3 wide there. And yeah, Michael Whitman has overtaken Michael Fox once again. But I think the effective race lead will go to the 10 of Kamal Wright.
Interesting shakeup of things here. He's now 10 leader.
And of course, Whitman has had the most dominant car here tonight. I think it's only a matter of time before he gets around the 10. The double zeros
the
in.
distance he was able to put between himself and Michael Fox here, it may not seem like much, but he definitely opened up the gap compared to where it was before pit.
Yeah, and of course, before the pit stops, he was right there on his back bumper. But here comes Whitman, diving underneath Kamal Wright to take over the 6th spot. Or 5th spot, sorry. And I believe that is the effective race lead. As Connors comes off of pit road. And now Bradley Domer Jr.'s in. And now Whitman gets around his teammate, Kevin Hall, put him a lap down. And everybody basically had to scramble to get on by as Jared Haas now in. And so now they're coming up on race leader Tegan Jones as Jones comes in the pit now. So, yeah, the pits are going to cycle out. And Whitman will retain the race lead. Well, actually, Kevin Hall currently is the race leader. And now he's in. And so, yeah, now Michael Whitman has retaken the lead.
And the gap now doesn't seem so big, especially with the 10 and 22 kind of right there with him.
And of course, both of those guys below that cut line, so they are looking to get some very valuable points here in the later stage of this race. As we now have 87 laps to go. But now look at Spencer Boyce. He was trying way too hard to get around Matt Connors to lap him. But he has certainly gained on the 3 leaders since the last round of pit stops.
He's definitely coming out to prove something.
Yeah, he certainly is. And of course, Spencer Boyce, he is still looking for his first win of the season. And with the way his car is running, I'd say this is his best chance to get it. . And now he's caught up to the 22. Now all 4 cars running right with each other. And then Spencer Boyce trying to make the bottom work. Of course, the high line is his preferred way around, but Fox and Wright, they've taken his line away. So now he has to get creative.
You gotta experiment around here.
But of course, race leader Michael Whitman, now he's taking, a lower lane, or taking the lower lane around. Probably trying to defend himself from a potential run up high. And now here comes Boyce. He is still on Fox's quarter panel. But Fox stays ahead. But now look who else is joining this fight, and that is the 00 of Matt Connors. He is a lap down, but he's got a great view of the battle at hand. But now Boyce is going to try again down low. Oh, contact between the 22 and the 18.
Now, if you're Spencer, how do you race these guys? I mean, you know what they're racing for. But you obviously also want to win.
And now Wright's taking the low line. Oh! Fox with a big moment sideways off of 4. And Spencer is really trying to dive it into 3 to get around Fox. But it hasn't really worked for him. Boyce gets a bump from Connors. And now he's lost all that momentum. Now he's trying to get all of it back. As we now have 67 laps to go. But he is right on Fox's bumper again. And that high lane was open for a brief moment. And Boyce again on Fox's bumper. Gonna try again, diving it into 3. But Fox will just get the better run off. And now he's going into 1. And they are just still side by side. But again, Fox has, with that high line, he gets that better run off. And he's trying to size Fox up.
Looks like he hadn't gotten there.
He's really trying to. The high lane is open, but oh, Fox shuts the door on it. Oh no, Spencer diving into one. And I think Fox got a little sideways, and now Spencer gets sideways off of 2. Oh, now he gets sideways off of 4. But he's still keeping it going, though. And now Fox gets into the wall, and he's on the apron. But now the leaders are coming up on the lap car, Joshua Harris. Now is he going to play a factor? And now Wright's in.
Gets out of the way there. Wants no part in this.
Yeah, absolutely.
It should be the last stop, right? Or
Yeah, I believe these guys do still have to make one more stop. We are closing in on 50 laps to go. So Wright trying to get a massive undercut. Meanwhile, after all that, it is Michael Whitman still out in front. And Whitman might have brushed the wall on the front straightaway. They are coming to 47 laps to go, and here comes Whitman and Boyce. And this will be their final stop. And now Fox is in. And Whitman's out, and Boyce is out. So now Whitman currently in 8th. And of course Fox is out now. And Connors gets out of the way. So right now, race leader is Jarrett Haw, but of course he still has to make his final stop. And now Connors is in. And so Whitman has gotten himself around Tegan Jones, currently running in third. But of course, again, he still has to make his stop. And now Spencer gets around him. The race leader still Jarrett Haw. He has yet to make his stop. Yeah, he still stays out there. And now Whitman gets around Hall. And that is for sixth on track. Now he's coming up on this group of Wright, Domer Jr., and Fox. So I'm guessing both of them took 2 tires.
Yeah, that gap is way too big.
And so it is still Jarrett Haw out in front. But again, he still has to make his stop. But now Whitman is closing up on Fox and Bradley. Oh yeah, you can definitely tell that both the 9 and the 18 took 4. As he's able to easily get around Fox.
And he might even...
And Bradley, he might. Yeah, he clears Bradley going into 1. Yeah, but Kamal Wright's really out there. The gap between the 10 and the 9 is about 2 seconds. Everyone does still need to pit, though. But here comes Kamal Wright. He's trying to unlap himself the old-fashioned way. So if it holds right now and everyone else comes in, looks like that massive undercut might pay off for the 10.
Imagine what it would be right now after stage points. Kamal was 15 below the cutoff.
I thought it was 13.
After stage points.
Yeah, after stage points, yes. Of course, he entered tonight 13 points below the cut line. But he is coming up on race leader Jared Haw. Of course, Haw trying to get the season sweep here at Bristol and lock himself into the championship 4. Yeah, but he lets Wright go by him. Now Spencer's trying to dive it in on Michael Whitman. And that is currently for 5th on track. And now it looks like Whitman's coming up on Haw now. I think Haw's trying to stretch this thing out.
Well, you aren't going to win by doing the same thing as the leader, so you had to try something, and this is what he's trying.
Yeah, he's really trying to stretch it. Well, I can't tell if he's a lap or two ahead, but we definitely have less than 10 laps to go. I believe we have 6 laps to go. We're now coming to 5 to go. No more cautions. Or at least that's what I think. I believe we have 4 to go. There's 3 to go now, I believe. So this is going to be huge for Jared Haw if he can hang on to it. I believe there's 2 to go. And off of 4. What final lap at Bristol? And the 3-time Mark Martin Award winner is going to get a Championship 4 spot. Jared Haw takes it at Bristol.
Oh man, I can't wait to delete this game.
Good win, JB.
Thank you.
I couldn't do it. Sorry, D. Couldn't do the fuel thing, buddy.
Fuck.
Couldn't do the fuel thing at all.
That's crazy how you
JB was able to do it and gain so much time doing it.
That's why I knew what you were doing right away, but I wanted to get by you because I wanted to drive away and then save.
But like, I don't understand how you do it and gain so much time. Like, before our last pit stop, you were 5 seconds ahead of me, and you doubled that and still saved to do it. And I went an extra lap than you.
Well, to be fair, I didn't have it saved until 15 to go. I would go hard and then I'd save for a little bit and then I'd go hard again. And there at the end, I was going hard and I was catching bad fast again.
Yeah, he caught me again. I was like, oh, should I let him go or like?
I had a really good car. That's the only reason that it worked.
I was about to let you go, then I was like, nah.
Yeah, Spencer Boyce with the fastest lap. So now, let us get your race winner. Jared Haw in here. And there is your race winner, Jared Haw. A big strategy call there at the end. And not only do you get the season sweep here at Bristol, but you also lock yourself into the Championship 4.
Yeah, it's a really good feeling to finally just feel like a whole race pan out the way I wanted it to, and be able to lock myself into the Championship 4. Truthfully, I wasn't going to do the strategy call. I did it, I think that was 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. I did that strategy to win into the Final Four as well. But I wasn't planning to do that strategy until we were probably like 15, 20 laps into that stage 3 run, and Tegan started running the bottom. And from that point on, I was like, okay, well, I know he's saving fuel, so I'm going to try and get away from him as fast as possible and then save. And it ended up working out really well. Just able to save and not lose a lot of speed. I mean, my car was lights out fast. And I mean, because I was catching Mike and Mine Killer very rapidly before I decided to actually start saving fuel. And I don't know that I necessarily had the best car, in the field. I want to say that I did, but it's hard to say because I was saving fuel. But there at the end, even Kamal on not necessarily the exact freshest tires, but on much fresher tires, I was able to keep up and actually start to catch him again. And he had 30, 40 lap fresher tires than I did. So I want to say I had probably the best car tonight. Just really glad to get the Bristol sweep and be locked in the championship 4.
Yeah, so yeah, a very huge win for you tonight. But yeah, going back to that strategy call, like what like made you like decide to stretch it like as far as you did?
Well, I knew that it is possible to do because Tegan and I have done it before. 2 years ago in the fall Bristol race, we did the exact same strategy. In that race, I got lucky because Tegan had some on-track incidents that allowed me to get in front of him to be able to take the win because we both saved the fuel. But because then I was ahead of him, I was able to win. This time, I wanted to take the control before I saved the fuel. That way, I was able to be the front car of that strategy, and it worked out really well. I ended up stretching it out pretty far on them and was still able to save the fuel, and I just attest that to the good car that I had. Normally, I'm not the best at the night race at Bristol, but I'm usually really good at the day race, so it was a good change to feel really, really fast at the night race and be able to get the win.
And so now that you've locked yourself into the championship 4 at Homestead, how are you going to attack Kentucky? Are you gonna do what you normally do there, or are you gonna be like, I'm already in the championship, I don't really need to go as hard as I wanted to?
Well, I will probably do business as usual just because it's another mile and a half, get some experience running on a mile and a half, just because the championship track is back to Homestead this year, and Homestead is an okay track for me. I wouldn't say it's my best track. I do have some wins in some other leagues at the track, but with knowing for a fact that I'm locked in, it helps me feel comfortable to practice a little bit more for that race and get prepared. So hopefully I can have a decent shot in that race. But yeah, with Kentucky, I felt really good there last year. I think it was the second or third race of the year. And I was really, really good, just had the wrong strategy call, just could not get back to Mike in time. I know Tegan and Kamal will also be good there. So it's just a good learning experience to see what kind of adjustments I can make and see if I can learn anything for Homestead.
That's all right, Sal.
I mean, first one locked into the championship 4. Do you try to, while everyone else kind of tries to worry about these next 2 races, do you go ahead and start maybe practicing, running some laps on Homestead, see how you feel?
Oh,
just to
absolutely.
kind of get an advantage?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'd say Tegan probably would be another lock in points-wise. I really don't think he's going to get bounced out as well, so he can probably practice just with me, alongside me. But, yeah, just to be able to get a little bit of early practice, because that was something that I was thinking about going into this race. I'm like, okay, yeah, I know I got 3 back-to-back-to-back nights of racing. I'm like, I don't really have the time to practice for these other races, so hopefully something good can happen tonight. That way I can just solely focus on Homestead and as opposed to focusing on these other next 2 upcoming tracks. I feel pretty confident with Michigan winning there earlier this year. Feel pretty confident, but Kentucky, it's kind of hit or miss track for me. I'm either really good or really bad, so we'll see how that stretches out, but hopefully with the extra practice, knowing that I'm locked in for Homestead can pay dividends.
And we certainly hope it does in in 1 week's time. So congrats on your race win tonight, and we will see you tomorrow night at Kentucky.
Alrighty, thank you guys.
So we will now bring in our second place finisher, Bradley Domer Jr. Started on pole. He dropped back pretty much the entire opening and mid stages of the race, but he played that strategy call as well, and he was able to get himself a runner-up finish. And there he is, your second place finisher, Bradley Domer Jr. You started on pole. You dropped back the early to mid stages of the race, but you played that strategy call alongside Jared Haw, and you were able to get yourself a second place finish out of that.
Well, it's not what I needed, because now I'm on the cut line. So I don't need the 10 or 22 winning one of these next two races. Bad fast, he's fast. So is my killer. But I knew I didn't have a car to win tonight, and it was just maximize points. I was able to gain 5 points on my killer, I believe, if I did my math correct. So that helps, as long as him or bad fast don't win the next 2 weeks. Congrats to JB. I just wish he was a little bit slower and sucked at this track. But it's nice to see a teammate locked in. Pretty sure Tegan's already locked in. We knew that going into this race. He just had to start. Mike thinks he's in trouble, but he's better than me at both these tracks coming up, so he should gain points on me at both of those. But no new winner. I should be in, but we'll see.
And yeah, going into these next 2 weeks at these next two races at Kentucky and Michigan over the next 2 days. So, what are you wanting to do to make sure that the 22 or the 10 doesn't find themselves in victory lane?
Obviously tonight I did race the 22 a little hard at the beginning in stage 2. I probably let the anger get the best of me from how he passed me in stage 1. But my goal is, obviously I don't like racing people hard. If you're faster than me, I tend to let you go. But them two, the next 2 weeks, I got to race hard and not give an inch. It's unfortunate. I love bad fast. Mind Killer has his moments. But the next 2 next 2 races, I keep saying weeks, so I'm used to saying that, but they're the next 2 days. I just got to make sure I race them as hard as possible and as cleanly as possible. But we'll go from there and hopefully end up in the Final Four.
And so tomorrow night, we of course have Kentucky. It's I would say a relatively decent track for you, judging by what you were saying earlier about Mike being faster than you. But what are you gonna try to do in order to find the speed that you need and get yourself a decent finish and ultimately or hopefully a win tomorrow night at Kentucky?
Well, from the practice I did earlier this week with Mike, I don't know if he's practiced anymore. I know I haven't at Kentucky. But we seemed pretty even, maybe him a little bit better than me. I just need to focus on staying more consistent and working on my mid to late run. I felt okay in the short run, but it's just the mid to late. And then, of course, pit entry. I'm not as aggressive as half of these people on pit entry because when I'm aggressive, I speed. But I just need to have a smart race. Smart next 2 races, getting as many points as I can, and hope for no new winner.
All right, Sal?
I got nothing for you.
Well, it should be a fun 2 days to watch for sure. But yeah, congrats on your second place finish tonight at Bristol, and we'll see you tomorrow night at Kentucky.
See you tomorrow night.
All right, now we will bring in the third place finisher, Mr. Tegan Jones. Again, one of those guys who sort of played that late race strategy and was able to stretch it all the way to the end.
Yeah, that's where JB knew his race was going to be, and you heard him. He noticed what Tegan was doing, and he had to think fast and go beat him before Tegan got too far out ahead of him.
And there is your third place finisher, Tegan Jones, alongside Jared Haw and Bradley Domer Jr. You were able to use that late race strategy to your advantage and you were able to stretch it like all the way to the end, and you got yourself a third place finish out of that.
Yeah, I don't understand how they were able to stretch out a lead over me and still be able to save gas. Like, me and Bradley kind of stayed even the whole time I was doing it. And then JB doubled his lead at one point from where it was at and was still able to make it. So that's kind of perplexing. I don't like that. But yeah, it's just very hard to pass here. And when you try to pass somebody, you're making them loose or you're getting loose, and you're taking each other out, or you're getting bitched at because you're racing. So it comes down to you have to pull some kind of strategy. And tonight I had nothing to lose. It's either win or I was going to get some good points out of it. So I got some nice top 3 points out of it. That should pretty much put me at just starting the next 2 weeks. Hopefully, after the points are done, I'll have a good gap to where I don't have to worry about the next 2 weeks. Just show up and race and try to go for wins if I can. But yeah, this track is just seems like it don't race like it used to. It used to have play with the throttle here anyway. You save gas naturally used to, and now I feel like if you run it hard, like the lobby will let you or like the game will let you anymore without wearing your tires out, you actually lose fuel here now. So it's just this game is really changed since like the first couple of years when you used to be really loose here in the long run to now you're just freaking plowing tight the whole time. And God forbid you go up on a slider, because then it's just going to be plowing tight and then snap you loose on the last 15, 20 laps of the run. So I'm just glad to get this racetrack out of the way and done with, and get back to my strong suits the next couple of weeks and for Homestead.
Now, of course, you did say you basically have to start the next 2 races, and you'll basically automatically lock yourself in on points. But knowing that, are you still gonna go out there and give it your best shot for these next 2 weeks? Because I know that Kentucky and Michigan are 2 of your strongest.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a shit show the next 2 weeks. I think we've got people that's getting really desperate in the playoffs right now. With the exception of JB, who's locked himself in with a win. So I feel like people are going to race harder than what they normally do during the regular season, and especially since we're going back to back, 3 nights in a row to set up for Homestead next weekend. So, yeah, I just don't know. I feel like I would be probably the one that it would get used up the next 2 nights, just to get put out of the way because they have to win. So, yeah, I'm going to go for it, but I got to be conscious of who's also trying to get their points. I think now it's going to just come down to you have to win for a few of them. I think Mike just needs somebody besides below him to win himself, me or JB, and he's pretty much locked in too. So that's probably what he's hoping on for the next 2 nights, and then I think the 2 below the cut line, I think feel like they have to just straight up win now.
All right, Sal.
I do not have anything for him.
All right, it should be a pretty fun 2 nights before we get this round finished up. But yeah, congrats on your 3rd place finish tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow night at Kentucky.
All right, thanks for broadcasting tonight, guys. Are you going to be able to do it tomorrow night?
Probably not, because I'm going to be going to a movie tomorrow night.
All right, we'll see if we can't get Cameron, see if he wants to volunteer. But all right, thanks anyway, guys.
All right.
Later.
So now it is time to bring in your 4th place finisher, Kamal Wright. I'd say, with his performance tonight, he's got himself some pretty decent points, but I still think he is now in a must-win situation going into Kentucky and Michigan.
Yeah,
And there is your 4th place finisher, Kamal Wright, Overall, a very good night for you, as not only did you get yourself some pretty decent points, but you were also the last car to finish on the lead lap.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting, all the strategies in tonight's race. I couldn't do what they were doing, so I had to do something different, and I decided to, do an undercut on Mike and the rest of the guys I was battling with to try to get ahead of them. And we did that, and they got us some points, but unfortunately, we couldn't do the fuel miles game like everyone else was.
Yeah, but that massive undercut really did help you out, like, toward the end of the races there. But, well, of course, you are sixth. Entering tonight, you were 13 points below the cut line. I believe you're a little bit more than that now, but I know you're basically in a must-win situation pretty much from this point onward. So, how are you going to plan to attack both Kentucky and Michigan over the next couple days?
We're gonna go out and try to win the race. One of these races, we're gonna try to win. That's kind of been my mindset since the start of this round. I was trying to, you know, I feel like I had a pretty quick car at Bristol. It's just that the caution, didn't fall, and we didn't really have the strategy, and we didn't really have the fuel to do anything at Bristol. So, we got two fast ones. I won at Michigan before, so I can't wait to go back there. At Kentucky, if we can get the car set up right, we can probably make a charge and attack, and we'll try to fight the top guys for it.
Yeah, and fight those top guys, you certainly will. But, Sal, you have anything?
No, sir.
All right, but well, it should be a very interesting couple of nights for you, and we'll be keeping an eye on you for sure. But yeah, congrats on your fourth place tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow night at Kentucky.
All right, see you guys.
So now we will bring in your fifth place finisher. That is Mr. Michael Whitman. He had a very dominant car for basically the entire race up until the last round of green flag pit stops, and then he just stayed in fifth and couldn't gain more than that. But there he is, your fifth place finisher, Michael Whitman. You had a very, very dominant car for the entire race up until the last round of green flag pit stops.
Yeah, I mean, it's happened before there. I'm not surprised it happened again. I just don't have the ability to save fuel and keep pace like somebody like JB was, so kudos to him. He did a great job. Him winning, it puts me in a bit of a precarious position if, Kamal or Mindkiller win one of the next two races. I'd obviously really hate to be eliminated. But Kentucky's a good track for me. So pretty hopeful for tomorrow, seeing what I'm able to do there.
Yeah, of course, Kentucky. I believe you have won there previously. So, what are you gonna? Oh, you've won there a few times previously. So,
yeah.
What are you gonna try to do to make sure you get yourself another win there, and not only that, lock you into the championship 4?
Wreck them all. No, I'm kidding. Just do my thing. I've won there 3 times in the past, so obviously I did something right in those races. But it always ends up, going to be close between a couple guys. I really just need to make sure Kamal or Mindkiller don't win. That would put me in a bad spot. And I'm also kind of racing Bradley on points a little bit, so I have to finish ahead of him and make sure that the 10 or the 22 don't win. That's my strategy.
And so, how big is it knowing that you have a teammate that has locked himself into the championship 4?
I'm happy for him, obviously, but I didn't want him to win. So I wanted to win myself. That's what I would have preferred. But I mean, JB's great, a great guy. So obviously I'm pretty happy for him. But I'm here to win myself. So him winning makes my path to the Final Four. Not like it's impossible, but it just makes it a little bit harder. If Tegan had won tonight or Bradley, those were guys that you kind of on points. We're going to make it in already, likely. But JB could have been close to that cut line, so that just eliminates one spot. You know, he's locked in now. Obviously, as I said, happy for him, but you know, it wasn't ideal for me.
So Sal.
No, nothing.
All right. We'll definitely see how the next two nights of racing play out for you, and hopefully you can get yourself a win at one of those two. But yeah, congrats on your top 5 finish tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow night at Kentucky.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, and that will definitely do it for tonight's race. So Sal, final thoughts. What did you think about it?
I mean, I said it there. These guys that finished first, second, third, especially, they were people who didn't have the, let's say, pace. I mean, obviously JB was talking about how he was catching Mike and all of them, but they knew if they wanted a chance to win this, they needed to do something different. They did, and it worked out. And I mean, that's the pressure of the playoffs. Are gonna make you do some questionable things, and they're either gonna work or they're not. And it worked tonight for JB, and I expect to see some more of that the next 2 races here.
Yeah, well, these next 2 races are really gonna be they're gonna be pretty spicy ones. But of course, Jared Haw, he doesn't have to worry about the next 2 races. He's already locked himself into the championship 4. So yeah, again, he doesn't really have to worry about that at all. He could just sit back, relax, and run the next 2 weeks knowing that he's gonna be fighting for a championship. But yeah, it should be a fun couple races over the next couple nights, and of course, yeah, definitely we'd like to thank you all for watching tonight's race. But yeah, tomorrow is Kentucky, but of course I will not be available for that. So hopefully Kevin Hall, he can step in and broadcast the race on the main channel. But if there is no broadcast on the main channel tomorrow night, then, of course, both Michael Whitman and Michael Fox do stream the races on their personal channels at Whitmania and Mikey Mindkiller, respectively. So, yeah, don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to catch us tomorrow night for the second race of the Earnhardt round at Kentucky, whether it be on the main channel here, or on Whitman's channel, or on Fox's channel. And Whitman has joined the party. So
Keep going.
So anything you want to say?
No, just keep going.
Okay. So yeah, as I said, whether it be on the main channel or on Whitman's channel or on Fox's channel, we will see you tomorrow night at Kentucky. But until then, have a good night, everyone.